The world of finance is often taught as a discipline of math, spreadsheets, interest rates, and market indices. We are told that if we only knew enough about how the economy works, we would be wealthy. But financial success is not a hard science. It is a soft skill. It is a game of behavior. How you act is more important than what you know. Tonight, we explore the core principles of Morgan Housel's The Psychology of Money, a framework for shifting from a frantic search for financial optimization to a deep, grounded understanding of our own relationship with wealth. We live in a culture that treats money as a scorecard. We are bombarded with images of extreme wealth, and we are told that the goal of our financial lives is to climb higher, accumulate more, and beat the market. We view wealth through the lens of comparison, measuring our progress against our peers, our neighbors, or a curated highlight reel on social media. This constant state of comparison creates a deep, lingering anxiety. We feel that we are constantly falling behind, even when we are objectively safe. The fundamental problem is that money is deeply emotional. When we talk about wealth, we aren't just talking about numbers in a bank account. We are talking about pride, insecurity, envy, and our own deepest fears. Because our financial decisions are colored by our upbringing, our generation, and our personal experiences, no two people see the world the same way. What seems like an irrational financial decision to one person, such as sitting on a massive pile of cash during a market boom, is a rational response to someone else's history of living through economic collapse. We try to solve this internal turbulence with external tools. We read the latest stock market reports. We obsess over asset allocation, and we try to predict the next big crash. We believe that if we just had better data, we would feel better. But the data doesn't fix the fear. In fact, it often makes it worse because it ties our sense of security to variables that are entirely outside of our control. We are trying to master a chaotic, unpredictable system with the illusion of control, and it is exhausting. The cost of this approach is our time and our peace. We sacrifice the present moment, our ability to breathe, to rest, to be present with our families, in exchange for the promise of a better future that we are perpetually chasing. We have confused wealth with being rich. Being rich is having a high income. Wealth is what you don't see. It is the money not spent, the options kept open, and the flexibility maintained. Wealth is the ability to walk away from a job you hate. Wealth is the freedom to decide how you spend your time. By focusing on the scorecards, we lose sight of the true purpose of money: freedom. We spend our lives becoming richer while becoming less free. We become trapped by our own lifestyle, the pressure of maintaining a certain image, and the constant gnawing fear of losing what we have accumulated. This is a fragile existence. To live well, we must move from the performative act of getting rich to the quiet, disciplined practice of building wealth. The psychology of money is built on a few counterintuitive truths that challenge our conventional wisdom. Number 1, the power of enough. The hardest financial skill is getting the goalpost to stop moving. If your expectations rise with your income, you will never be wealthy, no matter how much you make. Many of the wealthiest people in the world are constantly stressed because their enough is always just out of reach. True financial mastery is the ability to define what is enough for you and to stop the race when you reach it. Number 2, compounding is invisible. The most powerful force in finance is time, but we are wired to ignore it. Compounding is counterintuitive. It looks like nothing is happening for a long time, and then, suddenly, it explodes. We get bored. We want to see results now. But the greatest investors aren't necessarily the smartest. They are the most patient. They understand that you don't need to be a genius to build wealth. You just need to be consistent over decades. Number 3, luck and risk. Every success story is a mix of skill and luck. Every failure story is a mix of bad decisions and risk. It is easy to look at successful people and assume their strategy was perfect, or to look at those who failed and assume they were incompetent. But luck is real, and risk is real. When you understand this, you become more humble when you succeed and more forgiving when you fail. You stop judging yourself so harshly and start respecting the massive, unpredictable forces at play in the global economy. Number 4, the value of flexibility. If you have a narrow financial strategy, if you only invest in one type of asset, or you need a specific outcome to survive, you are fragile. The world changes in ways we cannot predict. True wealth is having a margin of safety. It is the cash in the bank you don't need to touch, the low debt you carry, and the time you have in your calendar. Flexibility is the highest form of wealth because it allows you to adapt to whatever the future holds without panic. Number 5, saving is a sign of optimism. Saving money is often seen as a sacrifice, but it is actually a declaration of belief in the future. It is a vote that things will be there tomorrow, that you will have a life worth living, and that you want to be the one to choose how that life looks. Saving is not about buying things later. It is about buying your freedom now. It is the bridge between the uncertainty of today and the possibility of tomorrow. How do we apply these principles to the messy, complicated reality of our lives? It starts by changing the questions we ask ourselves. Instead of asking, "How can I make the most money?" ask, "How can I maintain the most control?" The first step is to automate your financial life so you don't have to make decisions in the heat of the moment. We are not good at making calm decisions when the market is crashing or when we feel a sudden urge to buy something to boost our ego. Set up your savings so they happen before you see the money. By removing yourself from the loop, you protect yourself from your own emotions. The most important part of any financial plan is the part that isn't on the spreadsheet, the margin for error. What happens if you lose your job? What happens if you get sick? What happens if the market drops 30%? If your plan relies on everything going perfectly, your plan is destined to fail. A good plan acknowledges that things will go wrong, and it builds a cushion that allows you to survive those moments without having to sell assets when they're at their lowest value. Why are you saving? If your why is just to have more, you will never feel satisfied. If your why is to have the ability to take a month off every summer, or to be able to help my family, that is a concrete goal. When you attach your money to a specific purpose, it becomes much easier to resist the urge to spend it on things that don't align with that purpose. You stop seeing money as a tool for status and start seeing it as a tool for autonomy. Stop watching the daily news. The economy is a chaotic system, and most of the information we consume as financial news is just noise. It is designed to trigger your fight or flight response because that is what keeps people watching. If you want to build wealth, your best move is usually to do nothing. Set your path, stay the course, and give your investments time to do the heavy lifting. The hardest part of investing is sitting on your hands when everything around you tells you to react. Accept that you don't know what the future holds. No one does. This realization shouldn't make you fearful, it should make you free. You don't have to be right all the time to succeed. You just need to avoid the catastrophic mistakes. By staying diversified, keeping your debt low, and maintaining a high level of liquidity, you can participate in the growth of the world while remaining protected from the inevitable storms. As you finish this reflection, I want you to reconsider the way you think about your bank account. It is not just a ledger of value, it is a repository of your choices. Each dollar represents a portion of your life that you traded to acquire it. When you spend that dollar, you are spending a piece of your past, and you are buying a piece of your future. Are you buying things, or are you buying freedom? The anxiety of money often comes from trying to live a life that belongs to someone else. We feel we need the car, the house, and the status to prove that we have made it. But making it is an internal state. It is the quiet feeling of having enough. It is the ability to lay your head down at night without a racing mind, knowing that you have honored your own values, cared for your own needs, and kept your path open for whatever comes next. You don't need to win the game of money. You just need to stay in the game. That means avoiding the big, life-altering mistakes. It means treating your time as your most valuable asset. It means prioritizing your relationships, your health, and your curiosity over the accumulation of objects. When you shift your focus from having more to being free, the weight begins to lift. Take a moment to release the pressure you have put on yourself. You are not defined by the market, by your salary, or by the expectations of others. You are defined by your integrity, your consistency, and your kindness. Wealth, at its heart, is just a tool to help you be more of who you already are. It is a foundation for a life well lived, not the purpose of life itself. Let the numbers fade into the background. Trust in the work you have done. Trust in the process you have built. You are moving toward a future where your money works for you, not the other way around. You are safe. You are prepared. And you are free to live with purpose, unburdened by the relentless pressure to prove your worth through your wallet. Everything is as it should be. The path ahead is clear. You have the wisdom to walk it with grace, one day at a time.